Hey yo, good evening viewers of YouTube. My name is Tyler and welcome to the channel that has evolved with the changing crypto climates. Instead of sticking to the same formula of burying our head in the sand and saying all crypto is great. Nothing is wrong here, it's just a natural ebb and flow of the market. Something is very wrong and I'll explain it to you in a second because it's time for Chico Crypto. Now, I will admit to everyone, I was naive and I got caught up in the ICO fever of the parabolic 2017 bull run, more specifically with Chinese projects. I fully supported more than a few, Neo, Elastos, Waltonchain, Loopring, and more. But as the bubble died out and I started to mature as a crypto YouTuber and investor, I started to back away from these projects, with currently myself only holding onto one last Chinese project, Elastos. And admittedly, I'm getting weary of it. Now, if you haven't seen the Netflix documentary, The China Hustle, and you are a crypto investor or even investing in the stock market, I recommend you drop what you're doing and watch the documentary now. In the documentary, it follows several investors who realized many Chinese firms were using a backdoor to get listed on major US stock exchanges. Basically, a Chinese firm would purchase an idle US firm using a reverse merger. According to the documentary, these Chinese firms would then hire one of the big four accounting firms, PwC, KPMG, Ernst & Young, or Deloitte. The big four accounting firms then license their names to accounting firms in China and collect royalties from them. In the documentary, these Chinese accounting firms carry less than rigorous standards used by the accounting firms whose names they carry. Then the Chinese firm's management, looking to get listed, cook the books. The Chinese accounting firm submits a rubber stamp of approval and boom, they are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. These firms in China were typically earning 1/10 of the earnings which were submitted to the SEC for approval, and some were complete and utter shell companies without significant revenues or assets, and barely any business operations. The documentary exclaims it gets even nastier. US companies like US law firms and brokers help mask the fraud, resulting in billions of dollars of shares dumped onto unsuspecting US individual investors, pension funds, and mutual funds. Subsequent investigation into the companies were conducted, and most of the firms were eventually delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, resulting in losses and billions to the US investors. Now, this is just a short summary, and you may be asking yourself, what does this have to do with Chinese cryptocurrency projects? In short, a lot. Now, let me preface this by letting you know this isn't some racist or imperialist rampage I'm going on. This is just what I have uncovered, and this is my personal opinion on what I have found. There's good everywhere in this world, and it's no different in China. There are good projects coming out of China, but a significant portion of the ones that came out of the bull run were indeed Chinese crypto hustles. The first project I would like to discuss is Waltonchain, as this was one of the projects I exited first once I learned of their dealings with Binance in September of 2017. Waltonchain was extremely hyped early on as a revolutionary supply chain solution using proprietary RFID technology. This shot the price of the coin up to over $40 per coin at the peak of the bull run. Well, Waltonchain has delayed their mainnet from the initial November 2017 mainnet release, and then another delay, and then another delay. And a year and a half later, they are once again delaying it from the scheduled March 31st, 2019 release date. The price reacted to these delays too, crashing down to where it sits just above $1 per coin. So is Walton a Chinese hustle? Well, through some research, I've found some very interesting things that need pointed out. Here are screenshots from tours of the Waltonchain office seen on the right, and one of Walton's child chains built on the platform called Chain. These were video office tours, and as you can see from both the images of Chain and Walton, they are using the exact same space interchangeably, swapping out company logo signs. In this second screen capture, you can see, yes, these are the same buildings. Everything looks exactly the same. Carpet, number of computers, the desk, and even down to the number of monitors in the same exact position as seen in this last image. Now, the Walton video of the office tour is still up, and I included it in the description of this video, but the Chain tour has since been deleted off YouTube. Also, the Chain Twitter has slowly but surely become inactive, with their last post being over 2 weeks ago. I will let you guys make your own call on this one, but it's obvious something very fishy is going on with Walton and their child chains. On to my next point, something I have brought up a few times on the channel, and this episode is the perfect time to revisit it. The secret recorded interview with Chinese Bitcoin and crypto billionaire Xaiaolai. Now, this guy is one of the biggest crypto whales in China and helped launch the EOS ICO and raise funds for it in China. He is rumored to have over 100,000 Bitcoin plus his other altcoin investments, including EOS. Now, Lee was secretly recorded in a private conversation about crypto. Yes, this was private, meaning he was not intending to spill the beans or expose these projects, leading to the credibility of what he said. In the recording, he slams Binance and CZ as scams and calls Justin Sun and Tron a scam as well, which, if you've watched my channel before, we all know is true. He also goes on to say Qtum is a garbage coin, and it was himself who helped them promote it for 6 months. He also reveals the strategy of how himself and others in China pull off this hustle, called cutting leaks, which basically means preying on the stupid. In this strategy, they get project founders a celebrity-like status, and they hype up the projects and then harvest on retail and newbie investors. He says it's even better if you can get actual celebrities on board. Does this sound familiar? Exactly what CZ and Justin Sun are doing, gaining celebrity-like status. But also, what happened at the Tron Nitron Summit earlier in January of this year? Kobe Bryant got on board. Well, Lee also brought up one more project, the one I would like to finish this show off with, Neo. He calls Neo a stupid project that is worthless. He says the only reason the price went up so high is because some big venture capital fund participated in it and hyped up the price. He even says De Hongfei himself is holding very little Neo. This led me to do a little research behind Neo and see what I could pull up on what Neo Global Development really is in China. Through a friend who I can fully trust, they let me know that Neo Global Development is not called Neo Global Development in China. It's actually called Shanghai Nirvana Information Technology Company. Using this Chinese government site, National Enterprise Credit Information Publicity System, we can search for this company. We can verify that this is indeed Neo Global Development by the legal owners and shareholders of the business. If we scroll down, we can see that it is Lin Pengtao and Chen Zitong, and they are both shareholders. And Lin Pengtao from his LinkedIn is Detector. I think he meant Director of R&D at Neo. And from this website, Chen Zitong is part of Neo as a developer. But this website gives us more information. He is indeed part of Neo Global Development as a senior software engineer and early team member. Now, if we go to the Neo team website, only Lin Pengtao is mentioned as Peter Lin, but in China, both him and Chen Zitong are the actual owners. What the hell? No De Hongfei or Eric Zhang? And why a totally different name for the company? Also, if we scroll back up to when the company was registered, it was only done in 2018. Neo has been around for a lot longer than that, 2014. If we go to the description of what the company does, it says their business scope is technology development, transfer, etc. But further down, we can see they are not allowed to engage in any financial business. Holy crap. How about Onchain? Well, if you try to look up Onchain, translated into Chinese, on the National Enterprise Credit Information Publicity System, you get nothing. But as we can see from the Onchain website, Onchain isn't even named Onchain in China. It is called Shanghai Distribution Information Technology Company, LTD. So I decided to look up that name in that system. And guess what I found? There are 2 companies under this name registered in China, one in Beijing and one in Shanghai. For the one in Beijing, Yang Wentao is a representative and owner of the company, who is a former member of Neo, but left once Ontology got started, as seen here from the Ontology team page. Now let's check out the Onchain business in Beijing. This is registered under Kui Hongfei, which does translate back to Da Hongfei in Chinese. But if we look at the description of what Onchain's business scope is, they once again say technology services, but also not allowed to engage in value-added telecommunication or financial services. Well, they are definitely engaging in the financial sector, as they ran an ICO. And if we look at the addresses of all 3 businesses, Neo Global Development and both Onchains, they are all located in different areas. What the hell is going on? Now, I don't even know what to fully make of this information, but something very unnatural and very shady is going down. I hope there is a good explanation for this, and Neo and Onchain can answer. But as it looks, in my opinion, they might be pulling off a good old-fashioned crypto China hustle. I will keep digging and keep trying to uncover all I can on every single project I'm invested in. Chinese, European, American. Blockchain is supposed to be about transparency, and the blockchain companies should be no different. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.